Hi, welcome to the next episode of VCF Breakroom Chats. I'm Taka product marketing engineer at Broadcom, and I lead product marketing for VCF Automation, a core component of VCF that powers the private cloud self-service experience. And so in this series, focused on VCF automation, we're going to bring in VMware and industry experts to discuss VCF's cloud infrastructure automation capabilities. In today's episode, I'm really excited to speak with Chris Hampton, Field Principal Architect at Broadcom. And so Chris leads professional services engagements with customers, helping them implement private clouds and operationalizing their cloud operating models. Today, we're here to discuss what's so exciting about VCF 9.0 and how it can help VI admins advance their careers. Chris, thanks for being here today with us.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure. Look forward to our conversation today.
Yep. All right. So, Chris, as everyone's aware by now, we just launched VCF 9.0 and this groundbreaking release. It brings a host of new cloud infrastructure automation capabilities that's going to help accelerate application innovation, reduce costs, and scale governance and compliance like never before. So, as a field principal architect, that's helped tons of customers, you've been in the trenches with VI admins.
Mhm.
What are you most excited about VCF automation in 9.0? And, what have you been hearing from customers about it?
Well, Taka, we've been at this a while, right?
Yeah,
This is not brand new and functionality that we've never dealt with any of these functionalities or use cases before. So I think that experience is a key factor of this, right? That
definitely.
in that 9 is just the next evolution of that, right? That I want to
Right.
highlight for us. That yes, we've done this before, but we're really bringing that to the next level
Hmm.
and really delivering an ability to jumpstart that capability for these VI admins and their business, right? And that's the key point here. The days of right clicking on clone template thankfully are gone.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You can hand this to an end user and let them do this in a structured way, right? Giving that VI admin the ability to do higher value work in that. And especially in 9, one of those functions that I'm most excited about is really the ability to take the use cases, especially as we talk about the Kubernetes space,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
containers is a lot of my VI admins that I've dealt with at clients are like, I'm not a developer. I've
Yeah.
not worked with that. Giving them the tools to kind of spurn that and really create relevance for them with their Kubernetes teams,
Hmm.
that's a huge call out and value to these VI admins and really bringing them forward into the modern age
Yeah, yeah.
application deployment.
Kind of hit on a little bit of my next question, but,
Yeah.
kind of further double clicking in that, so
Mhm.
why should customers even care about turning on VCF automation? Maybe kind of talk a little bit more about those things that you just
Yeah,
talked
I
about.
mean, to that point, there is that piece, but the first thing that I'm going to state is that saves your time,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
At the first point, we don't want you having to sit there and do manual repetitive tasks over and over again. That gives you that capability. The other thing that I think is really, really important here, and I've worked with VI admins for years now. I've been in the cloud building game for 15 years.
Hmm.
And in doing that, every one of those VI admins would turn around. I joked about this earlier, but right, turn around, right click, clone from template. And then they come back and they have either PowerShell or they have Python modules and they do this work manually.
Yeah.
And now, because of the way VCF automation works, we're able to turn around and take those and consume them immediately,
Hmm.
create that value there. It's really an interesting point, but Taco, a customer, we'll keep the customer nameless for innocence, right? But one of the things we did is we did just that. We had a large financial group out of the Midwest that I was working with. where
Mhm.
they had tons of pre-built scripts already done.
Yep.
We were absolutely able to take what would literally take 2 months in some cases, 60 days,
Wow.
and bring this down to literally 30 minutes,
Hmm.
right? So
Thought
having that capability to move that forward, then they're able once we started to do and take those scripts and consume them, then we were able to bring them into uh, more relevant modern use cases,
Mhm.
using some of the modern all apps tenant stuff we're talking about 9. I'm sure we'll talk about in a later session, but to really treat those things as first class components of the
Mhm.
infrastructure was huge to
Yep.
create that capability. So really gives us that ability to drive that value and to create ultimately value for your time first, but
Yep.
then to translate that value on into the business itself.
Definitely. I think you hit the nail on the head, I think it really hits on the point that, we're addressing these pain points, that VI admins face in traditional virtualized environments. So that's, one of the immediate benefits that I think, VI admins can, expect if they leverage these new VCF automation capabilities. And then, yeah, going on further on as you develop more advanced capabilities of applying self-service and giving your end users application teams and developers directly access these infrastructure services, that's going to help you advance your career from a vi admin to that cloud administrator and go to that next level.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ooh.
All right. I'd love to keep talking with you, but I think we're going to have to come to a close of this episode. Thanks so much for joining me today, Chris.
No problem. It's been a lot of fun. Really excited to have these, new tools really for the work I do with my clients and for the clients themselves. As a member of the team, been here a long time as a member of the family, we really want to deliver this value for our clients.
Awesome, awesome, cool, thanks. All right. Well, I love this conversation. Had a lot of fun speaking with Chris today. But with that, we're going to have to come to the end of this episode. Hope you liked this episode, and please join us for the next VCF automation focus episode. Where Alina Thailander, my partner in crime, she's going to be interviewing Shanki Chandragari, director of product management. On we're going to call it Behind the Code: A Private Cloud Platform Journey from Customer Pain to VCF 9.0, where we're going to explore the product philosophy and how VCF automation was designed.
Well, Taka, I'm
Mhm.
excited, frankly, for that. One thing that I know this, but really whether it's the field like myself for Broadcom or the product management team, there's a lot of interlocks and the number of times that Shanky and I've literally got into conversations over this, dreaming of new features, those capabilities, working with other members of his team. We've been doing that for a while. So to have this come forward, and Shanky being the partner he is for us and PS, I think this next section will be really exciting. I'm looking forward to actually watching it myself.
Cool, cool. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, this is a partnership, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is your host, Taka Inishi, signing off. And I hope you guys all have an awesome week. Goodbye until next time. Bye.
Have a great one.